Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on standard form. Standard form is a very convenient and easy way to write very large or very small numbers. Examples of very large numbers are the distances between some planets or the mass of the Earth in kilograms. Examples of very small numbers are the thickness of a human hair in meters, or the mass of a grain of sand in kilograms. Let's look at the format for standard numbers. Numbers written in standard form have a very special format as follows. The format in general terms is a times 10 to the power of n. So this number here, a is a number which is greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. N, which is that index there, or the power, or the exponent, is a positive integer if the original number is very large. N is a negative integer if the original number is very small. Here's a very important note. Another name for standard form is scientific notation. Now here we have some examples. Write the following numbers in standard form. So these four examples are very large numbers. So basically, if you remember, we had a number here which is 1 or greater than 1 and less than 10. So the decimal point is here. So where do we place the decimal point along here so that this number is less than 10, but greater than or equal to 1? Well, we have to go all the way back here between the 6 and the 7. So it's 6.7. Now, how many places do we have to go back to put the decimal point in its original position? We go back 6 places. So times 10 to the power of 6. So if we take 6.7 and we multiply it by 10 to the power of 6, that takes us to the original number. And notice that the power here is positive because that's a very large number. In a similar manner, the decimal point is here. We have to take it back between the 8 and the 3, that gives us 8.39. And how many places do we have to take it back so it's in the original position? We go back 9 places, so it's 10 to the power of 9. Over here, from here, right over to there, in between the 4 and the 5, gives us 4.52 times 10 to the power of 14. Because the distance from here back to here is 14 places, and that's why it's 10 to the 14. And here we have this large number here, so we go from there all the way just after the 7. So it's 7 times 10 to the 16, because the distance from there, or the number of places from here to there, is 16 places. So notice, because these are very large numbers, each of these powers is positive. And each of these numbers here, less than 10, they're all less than 10, and as long as they're greater than or equal to 1, and that is the case. Over here we have very small numbers. So we have to go the other way. So from here, where do we place the decimal point so this number is less than 10? Well, we have to place it here, right there. That makes it 8. How many places do we have to go back to put it in the original position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we're moving to the left, we have 10 to the minus 5. For the next one, here's the decimal point. We have to move it from there to here. That gives us 7.4. And from here back to here, going left, 10 to the minus 8. We move the decimal point from there to here, between the 5 and the 4. The distance, or the number of places from there to there, is 10, so it's 10 to the minus 10. And finally, that decimal point is moved from there to here, in between the 5 and the 0, to give us 5.06. And the number of places from there to there is 13, so it's 10 to the minus 13. Notice in each case, that number is less than 10, and each of those digits there, each of those powers, is negative, because these are very small numbers. So this video has introduced us to the idea of standard form, or scientific notation, where we can write large numbers or very small numbers in a very specific format. And we've seen what the format is.